Okay, so today's video we're pretty much going to discuss about the whole situation with Dream and also his girlfriend, but pretty much primarily the whole doxing thing that Dream has been going through, which I think is literally other bullshit. And honestly, just because he's like a big famous YouTuber, you guys, it's not right to dox. It's not right to do this. If he wants to stay private and not show his face or hidden, you have to respect the privacy. But pretty much, I guess Dream, for the accusations that's been going on, everything with his girlfriend and other things, he posted a long Twitter long post, going over very important information. So recently, there's been a lot of drama going on involving me getting doxxed and subsequent drama involving that. I generally like to keep drama off of my platform, so I've been keen on not addressing anything in a super public way. There's a lot of important stuff that I want to talk about in this document. Although I'm going to try to keep it as concise as I can, I'm going to try and get as much drama out of the way as I can. So it's divided into two sections. Section 1 is the doxing, going over that. Section 2, which pretty much is the whole rest of this, is about his ex-girlfriend. So we're going to go read all through this. Recently, a dox was released by a group of individuals in an attempt to harass and expose me. They said that they did this due to the fact that I was egotistical and that I was not a good person in general. Obviously, whether someone is a good person is completely up to debate, but regardless of that, no one deserves to be harassed in that way. This group of people attempted to release information about my family, about me, about my friends. Obviously, some things were true and others were false. Now, this goes back to what I said earlier in the video. You guys, I mean, this doxing really has to stop. It's like, I'll be honest with you, I really had no idea who Dream was before this. I don't know. I mean, I guess last year, 2020 or whatever, his channel extremely blew up, going from 1 million to about a little over 15 million subscribers, which is astronomical. It's freaking crazy. Baffling to even think about. It's crazy. Honestly, like that's just like YouTuber's dream of having something like that. But just because he's that big, he's gotten that much success and fame or whatever, doesn't mean like you should go out and try to expose him and think, oh, just because you don't think he's a good person, when it seems like majority of about 15 million other people think he's a great person, doesn't mean you have the right to expose him, to release information about him, especially his family and friends and loved ones. I mean, that's just going too far. So section 2, this is going to be a longer section in the last one because I think it's important to talk about. Back around 3 years ago, I got into a relationship. This person was a very loving and caring person, and there's a lot of good memories there. She was very encouraging, and it wasn't for her. I'm not sure I ever would have started YouTube. She encouraged me to pursue my passion and work as hard as I did when I first started. She helped me with my logo. She helped me be less of a noob at Twitter and Instagram. Although we fell off shortly after I started YouTube, I honestly have always held on to that and really appreciated it. I think this is important to start off with. She suffers from borderline personality disorder, self-harm, and other issues, and she did at the time, although she was on medication. A few months ago, after we moved in together, she wanted to get off her medication because she believed that making her not herself. I discussed it with her and tried my best to be a supportive boyfriend. After she stopped taking her medication, she became very unstable. Although at the beginning of our relationship, she was wonderful. She started to get abusive and she cheated on me on various occasions. Oh man, that's just... While she was unstable, I always did my best to help her and make sure that she was okay. I cared a lot about her and her well-being, and I still do now, even if that time period was one of the toughest time periods of my life. Recently, she's been flopping on being positive or negative about me in public and private. A lot of people have tried to paint me as a horrible person on things that she has said. At points in the past, she has said that I raped her, that I beat her, and that I starved her. That's a serious accusations, honestly. She has admitted since that all these things are false, and as far as I'm aware, she has told every person personally that these things are absolutely not true. I would never do those things to anybody, and it disgusts me to hear those things said. She told me that the reason she said these things is because friends she would meet would be fans of mine, and she wanted them to like her for her, not because she was Dream's ex. So her intention on doing that was to make them hate me. Which is understandable, but at the same time, that's not the way you approach these things. I mean, it makes sense. You don't want to be clarified or labeled as the person related to so-and-so or whatever and stuff. You want to be your own individual human being. But what she did was, yeah, that's not the way you do it, and it's across the line, and it's just terrible. Again, she's in a horrible time period in her life, and I really want her to get the help she needs. I have been in contact with her mother, and I have offered any and all help that I could possibly give. I've never talked negatively about her in public because I know that anything I say would be used as justification for hating on her, and that would contribute terribly to her mental health. I do not want anyone sending her hate, and I encourage anyone sending her hate to reflect. There are lots of people that make mistakes in the world. Not all of them have a popular ex-boyfriend, though. Which is true. She doesn't deserve any more hate than anyone else. There are certain people that try and seek her out and cancel her or harass her for the things she's done in the past, and I really hope that me talking in detail about this, well, this will make them stop. I don't want anyone sending hate on my behalf, and I have said that on many occasions, which is really good and respectable of him. The reason this is relevant to be doxing, though, is that she has recently been in contact with people that want to do harm to me or my family. Again, I like to see the best in people, and I like to think that the people that are taking advantage of people with mental health issues are the true horrible people and not the people with mental health issues. From what I have heard, has said a variety of things that are not true in an effort to hurt my career or make people stop being fans of mine. I was surprised when I heard this because she still, even as of yesterday, would message me that she loves me and wants me back and that she is trying to get help. And I thought we were friendly with each other. Man, this is a really tough situation. I just really sucks that he has to be going through this. Breakups are already bad in general, but when it comes to like the spotlight, celebrity breakups, it's always the worst because the whole limelight spotlight is on them. Everyone's seeing, everyone's talking about it, everyone's knowing about it, every little detail pretty much, and it's the worst. A person like Dream who does his best to stay as private as possible and have anonymity, things are still going to get out. A lot of things that have been said are very obviously not true and leading me to believe that she has taken advantage of by people who really want to do harm to me. I think that people taking advantage of people with mental health issues is a huge problem in today's world, and this is a really good example of that. It really is. I truly believe that when my ex is healthy and stable, she is a wonderful person. One of the things that she has said is that I don't care about YouTube and I only do it for money, and that I'm going to quit in a year and leave everything behind. To me, this is clearly ridiculous, as YouTube is my passion. I've been doing YouTube since I was around 10 on different accounts, and I've been playing Minecraft for about as long. And I am extremely passionate about creativity and have always wanted to be a YouTuber. And I know that she knows this, so I know that this isn't something she believes. Another thing that she said is incredibly negative things about my appearance, saying that I am obese or that I am ugly or disgusting, going as far as to say that I catfished her when we dated. She never said this publicly, but she has said this in private to her past partners in order to make them not like me. Obviously, she says these things in order to hurt my reputation and make me look bad, make herself feel better for the things that she has done. As for the catfish thing, this is very easily provable as false, and I know that she knows this, which is why she's never said it publicly. I was fairly open about my relationships at the time to my friends and my family, and my family could easily confirm that. Shortly after we met in person, she moved in with me, and we lived together for almost a year, and it wasn't a purely online relationship. She has gone as far to show fake pictures of me to people she was romantically or sexually involved with and tell every single bad tale about me in order to make them not like me. As for my appearance, she knows that I don't plan on doing a face reveal until after COVID. So she knows that she can spread everything and the only way I can counter it is by releasing a face reveal. I'm not going to give in to that. All I can say is that I have met in person with now multiple people that can confirm independently that she lies. On top of that, she hasn't seen me in over a year and doesn't even know anything new about me other than the public stuff. Regardless, insulting someone's looks is something no one should do. I feel terrible for anyone that is released as a fake picture of me, because they will undoubtedly receive tons of hate and negative things said about them, and that is just horrible. Another thing that was said is that I have a contract with Google and others that prevents them from saying anything negative about me, and that they get a revenue split on my channel in exchange for that. That it's a money operation and that none of us care about each other or YouTube. I know that sounds incredibly dumb already, but I thought I would just mention it. Although I like to spoil my friends, I will go on record and say that they do not get a revenue split of my channel, nor do they get paid for being in any of my videos. Obviously, we have contract, but that's just standard with business. I've known Snap App for about 9 years, and we've been best friends for most of it. I helped Snap App and George with all their videos, and they both didn't even post on YouTube before I started YouTube. We've been together since the beginning. I love both of them like brothers. Bad Boy Halo 2. There's a video of her from a few weeks ago talking about how I am an amazing person and how much she enjoyed our relationship. She's also posted TikToks of her laughing about old stories and with my character in the background. I like to think that this is the real her and not the things that she says when she's being manipulated. I truly think that she is a victim here, and I really don't support any hate towards her at all. She deserves support and care and to be helped and by the people who care about her. Mental health is a serious issue, and she's been going through problems for a long time. One of the reasons that I was afraid of saying anything about this is because I really don't want harm to come to her. I know that if she gets help, she could be a wonderful person, and I want that for her. I thought that this became important enough to talk about, though. Wow. That was a really long read, and holy crap, there's a lot going on there. And I really hope that it works out for Dream and his girlfriend and hopefully gets to overcome her mental health issues, whether she hops back on her medication or just from therapists or just family and friends help, because she really does need it. And if it's true with the whole manipulating thing, the people got to stop. They're pretty much just brainwashing her as a puppet to tell her to say what they want her to say to make Dream look bad and to bring him down. It's just awful that they're trying to bring Dream down, who seems like a good guy, and also her, because they're manipulating her, especially someone with mental health issues, with, I think, as you mentioned, bipolar disorder, and that's just completely effed up, man. This is just, it's crazy. I hope no one really attacks her or attacks Dream anymore, and just leaves them settle it out behind the scenes and just moves on and forgets all this. It's just messed up, man. Like, we really gotta stop doxing people for no apparent reason, just to dox, just because, I didn't agree with that one thing they said on a video or a tweet or whatever. It's just ridiculous. It's bullshit, and involving loved ones and friends like this and past relationships or exes or lovers, whatever, it's just too much. And I really hope that it eventually does stop, but it probably won't. That's the reality of it, and which is the worst thing. Comment down below what you guys think with this whole situation. I mean, it's screwed up. Like I said, I never knew about Dream before this, but he seems like a good guy, and I just hope it stops. And doesn't deserve any of this, or nor his girlfriend too, like I said. Anyways, guys, thanks for listening in, and I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.